Okay. I think we've got sound. Maybe I can hear everybody.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yay. I heard you.
Okay. Well, Dave, if you push Hilda, you should actually be able to talk. Yep.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
So I just hold it when I want to talk?
Yep.
Sweet.
Okay. Works.
How do I make
So-
this full screen?
I think it's F11. So we'll just kick straight into the special Pazuzu map. So to fill in Pazuzu and Hilde Garde on what happened, since they just disappeared, whilst after Pazuzu got Sticker Snack from the altar, a dimension door opened and he was just yanked on through, and Hildegard managed to grab a hold of him and go with him. So now we go to where Pazuzu is. And Pazuzu, as you look around, you see that you are on top of a giant tree in what looks like the cosmos, with a giant purple gate radiating in front of you. Look and see Hildegard is paralyzed beside of you. Okay, I'm going to need you to give me an Arcana check. The way this works for you is you will click on that D20 in the messages, and you should be able to do your physical dice roll and then just type the numbers in. Yep. So you'll click on the little house you got put through the point. You seriously rolled a friggin' nat 20 on your first roll?
I did.
It's awesome.
So Arcana not typically being Pazuzu's thing, he has a breakthrough moment in what he can now clearly see to be the source of all magic in Prismere. And Hildegard is in stasis. There is a heavy presence around you. This is nothing but pure magic on that detect magic. Every atom is surrounded by nothing but magic.
Hildegard's in stasis. Big gate in front of me, and this whole place is made of magic. So, I want to wander around this tile border, what it looks like to be a tile border.
Okay, tell me what you're looking for.
Anything more unusual than the environment that I'm currently in?
I like that. You're going to make another roll, just a simple investigation roll. So on that, you can see in the mosaic that it is all just the symbols of the god of green, just reworked over and over and over again.
Asleep right now. I wonder if this might be a dream.
Do you think that Pazuzu would maybe try just screaming out into the abyss? You think that would be in character?
Hello!
And on that, you feel a voice resonate through you. And you feel it saying, "It's time we have a conversation." And you see little sprites dancing around. And you hear their high-pitched little voices.
Well, who am I speaking to?
You know who it is. I brought you into existence twice. Once as the chosen one, and once when you thought all was lost.
What do you want to talk about?
I want to know what you want from your future.
I want to be rich and powerful.
So simple. So disappointing. that's truly all you want, I can send you back and we'll be done. You just feel the presence just keep swirling around you. Just waiting to see if there's anything more, or would you try your telepathic bond?
Hilde Garde, you in there? What do I want?
As the pressure builds around you. Yeah. You're telling me what Pazuzu wants. This is... So all the others have been through some huge metaphysical change. And it's... Do you think that there's anything left in Pazuzu to want that?
I want my wings,
You still have your wings.
but they don't function anymore.
Have you asked yourself why they don't function anymore?
Because I gave up that life.
Because you gave up.
But the darkness feels so good.
You feel the presence just sort of like pushed on you. It's like, it's dark as shit here. Where do you think nightmares come from if not dreams?
Maybe I want to be the nightmare.
You can be the nightmare. Nightmares are still typically give people a reason to do things better though. Are you willing to be that reason again?
Yes.
And in a flash, you are blinded. You have no sensation of anything around you except for the purple mist just completely envelops both of you. And where we had left off, Pazuzu and Hilde Garde are not there. We are back in the forests of Thither. And Roxania and Mira will remember that Logan was also yanked through a dimension door. As the saying goes, as one door closes, another opens. And a portal appears in front of you and spits both Pazuzu and Hilde Garde out. I think I get you that pushed over.
Some kind of strange dreamscape. Hildegard was there with me. I suppose the god of dreams or one of his representatives.
What did they
I
say
think
to
as
you?
good as you rolled, you were very confident that it is the god of dreams.
Fair enough.
And Charlotte asked what they said to you.
I mean, are we supposed to?
No, you're not supposed to know. Not well. I mean, you can, but you can ask. I mean, it's up to you what you tell them. I mean, you're the.
Didn't really say much of anything.
So now that you are back in a non-ethereal plane, we're gonna make a roll. So Pazuzu should see a roll request on his screen. This entire campaign, you have not rolled this well. The steampunk is doing it for you, man. So you surpassed that check definitely. So right as you say, he didn't really say much to you. You feel yourself lift off the ground. And the basic abilities of your wings have started to return to you.
Flap, flap, flap away. No.
So to tie up some other loose ends that we currently have, the blink dogs, after they vanished, he who cuddles in the middle of the pile had come back in to vision and encouraged Kai and Feyor to stay with them for a little while. And Kai seemed to lead you to believe that he was given the notion through their pictographic communication that they were going to help show some ways to get to Granny Nightshade. So our party is split even further asunder, but we do have the return of Hilde Garde and Pazuzu. So Roxania and Feyor, or Mira are the only two that know the original path you were taking. So what are we doing?
Oh man.
Do we want to fill in Pazuzu and Hilde Garde, or
Sure.
she's not hearing me? I'm not hearing you either. Are you pushing the tilde key? Don't mess with any of the dials because they don't have anything to do with speech. Stand by, Charlotte, and
Okay.
the one viewer who is either my dad or Summer. Still the key. You can just sit in the center, get everybody still the key, and I'll just mute the TV. And that way you can turn the volume on.
I am the controller of speech.
If we didn't have constantly breaking sound, it wouldn't be normal. Okay, Dave, can you hear Charlotte when she talks?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
10-4.
Okay. Whoever wants to give the notes fill in the rest of the party from last time.
Where did we start last time?
Last time we started right where Logan had gotten the prayer beads from his father, and Pazuzu had gotten Snicker Snack, and then Pazuzu and Hilde Garde were yanked through the portal. And then you went into the forest when you heard what seemed to have been the Jabberwock. How's that? Okay.
All right, so Pazuzu pulls Snicker Snack out. I'm just gonna, this is what my notes say. Brimble tells Lagan to pull another card. Sees a star. What do you want? Here, purple magic covers everything. Restoration of Citadel and Garden. There's like all the banners and stuff, but the Balor's colors do not restore with the other things. And then it says, brought building back, you need to bring order back. And then I guess the next notes start from last time, which is we're in the Citadel. Hear a screech and a roar, and then there's the Jabberwockies. They left a trail. We went north to the brook. Saw some three-toed prints. Crossed the brook. The inn appears with Sue, so we went inside. And then, let's see. I wrote Skabatha. Don't remember what happened at that point with Skabatha. But then Clapperclaw, we all go to Thither on the Rising Star. Landed by a hermit's cave named Nibs, I think.
Yep,
No.
it was Nib's
Nibs the
cave.
hermit cave? Okay. And then Lady Wart and Clapperclaw stayed on the ship while we went to the cave. We saw a giant plaque when we got to the cave. Shelby, you might have to help me. Something about wealthy man profits from workers' labor. I didn't get the next part of that.
It was basically a parable to.
Right.
It was a riddle to where if you could go one direction and be enticed by all of
I'll say
Nib's gold.
richer left, workers' wage will suffice. Poor health to the right, let the fool take caution. So we went to the right. There was no traps. Mike turned into a rat to go see what was in the next room, where he found an old man at a spinning wheel, blindfolded, that had huge piles of gold. He told us he was trapped by a curse, and that Granny Nightshade had helped him. He had a key in his back, and it looks like Granny Nightshade keeps children in the workshop. To work.
Yeah, she basically runs some really shady sweatshops.
To work. Let's see. Granny Nightshade wants to capture Faye Wild, who is part of a gang. Something about tree ant, right? Little oak something. I don't know.
Yeah, Will of the Feywild, who has his gang, and they live within the tree ant Little Oak.
There you go. So we are pointed in the direction to go, and we see some creatures. And what we see are blink dogs. There's one in a pit, and there's 5 surrounding the pit. I guess. I know they killed the dog in the pit, but we asked Loomlurch, right, for information. Loomlurch is like it was one of the dogs, right?
Loomlurch is how you were asking to get to an information about. That's where Granny Nightshade is.
Okay. So I guess we were asking about Skabatha. No, I said some images of a garden full of armor on sticks.
Uh-huh.
And then the whole pack of blink dogs became invisible. And then a dimension door opened and a chainmail covered hand reached in and grabs Lagan. And then I wrote Valor's call on a piece of paper.
Yeah,
that is where it ends.
As the door was slamming shut, the piece of paper was just sort of tossed out with the symbol for Valor's call on it. Mira, I know there's some information you were way excited about that you could throw in there.
I can't hear her if she's talking.
We all got gifts from Nib. I didn't write down what everybody had, but let's see. Oh, I don't know if I should tell you about Sue. Nope, I said I'm not gonna say anything. Oh, but I want to tell you. We'll find out somehow. Okay, you gotta keep this all the way down here. Sue is the
Is the what?
tell you that. Also, the 3 witches that we're going after are Sue's children. So Bavlorna, Skabatha, and we don't know the name of her other one. So Granny Nightshade, she has a key in her back. She wants to get the Will of the Feywild. Then Moonlurch along with the Getaway Gang, which she wants to capture them. And they're with a tree ant called Little Oak.
Alright.
Funeral. And Kai decided it was a good idea to stand up on a rock overlooking the funeral and just interrupt the whole damn thing. Yeah, I think that's it. Did I get everything?
I believe you did. So I believe right now, unless I'm mistaken, the only real direction you have is towards Little Oak and the getaway gang.
So we're going towards Little Oak, is what you said?
I mean, at this point, we're pretty much everything we're doing is on the fly story rewrites. So you all tell me what you want to do. We're going to make it happen.
I mean, let's go Little Oak.
All right, let's do it. I'm gonna hover there.
Use those wings.
You see Pazuzu, who didn't really have much of a conversation about anything, just hovering like 6 inches off the ground so he clears all the rocks and roots with this little smirk on his face the whole time. So as you proceed through the forest, you notice that it just keeps getting denser and thicker, and the smell of just fungus, that deep forest smell, just becomes ever more pervasive as you keep going. But as the sun starts to rise, you notice that there is a little bit of a clearing ahead of you. And we need to get rid of some people.
Now you're talking my language. Who are we getting rid of?
I need to remove some effects. Okay. Now that I think I've got who's supposed to be on the screen. Up ahead, a small group of children frolics around a leafy oak tree. Their gleeful eyes see you as you approach, but their yelps carry through the forest as they continue to play. Painted swings dangle from the tree's branches. Nestled in its crown is a ramshackle treehouse.
Hello?
You see the kids just around the house, and they sort of keep playing, but they don't leave from underneath the tree.
Do we see anybody besides the kids?
No, it just looks like there's all kids here. Pazuzu with the detect magic. There is certainly magic here. A large source of magic emanating from the tree itself and from one of the children.
Is the tree Little Oak?
Let's see if you can figure it out.
Can we just walk past the kids into the treehouse?
Do the roll. A great big screen. That's why I gave you a mouse. I will answer your question once this first one is resolved, Charlotte.
Okay.
That's all I'm at anymore. The nature check right there. Click on that. I got you. It is most definitely Little Oak. So, Roxania, would you still like to go into the treehouse?
You said the tree is Little Oak?
Yes, they're having internal questions here.
That's okay.
It's F12. So, what are we doing?
Well, you said one of the kids had strong magic. So
Yes.
I'm guessing that's going to be the leader of the getaway gang. But which one is it?
I suppose you would have to talk to them to find out.
Who's the leader of this getaway gang?
Well, that's one way to approach that situation.
I like the direct approach.
Thank you.
You see this one boy come forward. And he says, "That would be me." And his little pet is standing right next to him.
What's your name?
Well, please don't turn this into combat. There's not enough of you. It's Will of the Feywild.
It's nice to meet you, Will. My name is Mira.
Hello. Why are you here?
We heard that you were the guys we need to know for Granny Nightshade.
One, why are you talking about her to me? And what do you want to know?
Because we want to take her down.
If that's the case, I might be able to help you.
We would appreciate it. We heard you had a lot of information about her.
I do, but I'm not going to just give it away to someone I just met.
That's a good point. Is there anything we can do for you?
Now we're getting somewhere where we can make a roll. We will call this persuasion.
Hi. Hello.
He looks at you and sees a magic user and is not very trusting of you.
Have you met my friend Hildegard?
I've not met any of you. How would I have met her? Do we want to approach, maybe try to be friendly and talk to the whole group and do a group roll?
That sounds good.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'm gonna hover my
Let's
way
talk
over
to him.
there.
Let's see what's going on.
So we approach as peacefully as possible. We're going to make another persuasion check to see if we can not totally intimidate this group. And boy, it's a good thing Brimble's back there with you. Brimble's got PTSD. You got to ask him to help you. And Dave, you should actually be able to click on both of theirs for them. So on that, I'm going to go into split personalities, I guess. You see Brimble just sort of waddle his way forward from the back of the pack. I know they look sort of sketchy, but they're actually nice people. I'm just a bard. I don't have like bad magic like these two look like they do.
Hey, I'm a
He looks
healer.
at Brimble, and when he said that, he was like looking directly over his shoulder at Pazuzu and Mira, the two that literally have like purple flames coming off of them. But Pazuzu actually did really well that time, so they all seem to sort of like the fact that Pazuzu's flying. Will looks and says, "You we can work with. The one in the back, not so sure about."
I'm sorry.
Like just keep your distance. So Brimble works his way back around and like, okay, I've done the hard part. Y'all actually have the conversation now.
So can anyone tell us anything about Granny Nightshade? Or are we
Yeah,
supposed to be
she's pretty evil. She abducts kids, forces them to her will. You know, whole sweatshop situation.
Did you guys work for Granny Nightshade?
You see, Will doesn't want to answer that question. The other three sort of pop up, and there's Bobby, who is a male dwarf. He sort of steps forward, and he says, yeah, Granny Nightshade kidnapped me when I was much smaller and forced me to work for her, but Will rescued me. And then there's Sloane, who is a wood elf, who works her way over towards you, Roxania.
I'll say, what's up, Sloane?
She's like, wow, you're actually a magic elf. I'm just a commoner elf. Don't really have anything special. But yeah, Will rescued me from Granny Nightshade as well. And then Zenor just comes up and stands beside Will, who is a female orc, and just screams at all of you, Will rescued me too.
So is that what you guys do, is rescue people from Granny Nightshade?
At that point, Will chimes back in and says, that's what we're working on, is a plot to free all of them.
Do you know how to bring down Granny Nightshade?
Bring her down? I don't know. But I think that we can probably come up with a good enough plan to free all the kids.
So is there any way we can help you?
Oh, I think we can make something up. So at this point, you go into Will's actual part of the treehouse, and it's just this quaint little cottage of a treehouse that's covered with blankets and cushions and has little piles of straw. And hanging in a rope basket, there's just apples and berries and sugar cane and a few crumpled up sheets of parchment. Obviously things that he's stolen just to try to feed the getaway gang. But in one corner, lying on a cushion, is a rusty oil can that looks out of place. And it's heaped in another corner is a crude unicorn costume made of polka dot quilts and a wooden horse's head that has a wooden horn attached to it.
So is there a unicorn get up in the corner? Is that what you're telling us?
Yeah, it's... So do you know about the Wayward Pool?
No.
How do you not know? Okay, whatever. The Wayward Pool is where Lamorna lives. The last unicorn in Prismere.
Name one more time.
Lamorna. He goes on to explain that we made this costume so that we could get through her magical barriers to see her, because only a unicorn can get through.
Is this a magic costume?
No, fortunately the spell is just really stupid.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, because as you look at the costume more, no rolls needed. You see that it's literally just polka dot quilts sewn together that's big enough for a bunch of kids to stand under. And the one in the front holds the wooden horse's head that has a wooden horn on it.
Does the wooden horn have magic in it, like our wooden horn does?
You see him pause for a second. It's like, this is just a stick, but you have a wooden horn.
Maybe. Can I kind of talk to you guys now?
Like, he looks at you, is like, you come up here and you tell me more about that horn, we can talk.
Okay, cool. I just want to be included.
We'll spill your guts, or you can go to the back of the line again.
Okay, so we met a lady in a cave, and she had this horn sitting there, and we detected some magic on it. And it used to be the horn of a unicorn, but because it is so old, it's now turned to wood.
So you see him look at you, and he goes, you have no idea what you actually have. But unicorn horns don't turn to wood. That's a magical effect. And there's just little pixies floating everywhere making noises. What are we waiting for, Mira?
Can I cast Dispel Magic on the horn?
What's the range on that spell?
(120 feet).
Do you remember who was carrying it?
Was it Kai or Faye?
Faye was. Good try, though.
Something to keep in mind.
Does Will know why that horn's important?
Why don't you ask?
Will, why is it important?
You see Will open his mouth and just look at you, and it's like he wants to talk, but he just can't.
Did she curse you as well?
Ooh.
And I Dispel Magic on Will.
Are you sure you want to do that?
Nope. Hold
Because I was just going to give Roxania a roll. Because life itself is your deity in form, correct?
I think so.
So I'd say that you can do this with a religion check. Brimble is going to look over at you and go, maybe you want a little inspiration on that one?
That'd be great.
You see Brimble just nestle down on a rock and pulls out his pipes.
Play me a tune.
And as soon as I find it, I had to change the character sheets and it's messing with me. And he gives you bardic inspiration.
Thanks, buddy.
So we're gonna let you see if you can make that roll again. If you want to use your bardic, I will tell you that the higher it is, you will get more information.
Sure.
So that's just going to be a D10 that you can roll extra. So on the chat next to where it says public roll, there's a picture of a D20. You can just click that. Oh, no, that's broken too.
I was gonna say no.
So I'll do it for you. How's that sound?
Sounds good. God damn
Not great, but it takes it to a good success. Just enough.
it. Just enough.
So because of the fact that life itself is your deity incarnate, you can see that there is a curse on him, but the curse itself has brought him joy that he never had before.
Oh. I guess we're glad we didn't dispel his magic. Do I know that it's Granny Nightshade that cursed him, though?
You know what? We'll do one more roll, and we'll see how you get. This is going to be nature, okay?
Okay.
It should be easy for you.
Hey. So I still have Bardic Inspiration?
Yeah, we're going to say Brimble's still playing. Holy sweet mother. Okay. So yeah, as you're trying to detect the source of his curse, you get this overpowering smell of decay, old moss, and dead mushrooms.
Is it familiar to me at all?
I think at this point, having seen the decay that's happening in the forest, you should be able to piece together what's going on.
Okay.
It is a similar magic.
Okay. Can we still speak to each other?
Yeah, your telepathy
Like
is
all of
still
us?
totally intact.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you guys want to do with this guy?
What are you looking for, Pazuzu? So I'll say this, with the information that Roxana has already gathered, you can detect that the fact that he's happy, the curse is actually suppressing something bad within him. And it was not the intended effect that was meant to happen. This is a really good opportunity for your new untold storyline. I want you to make a religion check, and you're going to do it with advantage, okay? As the embodiment of the nightmare, you can tell that he has become someone else's nightmare because of this curse. That's a little hook I didn't think about coming into play with your whole thing. There with him, you might as well ask about it, or
Whose nightmare are you?
100% that bitch Skabatha. Are you asking me as the GM, or are you asking Will?
That's Will.
Oh, that's cool.
Will looks at you and says, "That's Granny Nightshade is her persona she has to the children. As she tries to abduct them, she lures them in as Granny Nightshade. But Skabatha is her name.
What's the source of her power, do you know?
She's a witch. Her power is her. To be perfectly honest with you, now that I know that you are who I thought you were, she's weaker than she would have been since you took out one of her sisters already.
So do you think we should take out the other sisters before going after her?
Gwendolyn is far more powerful.
Let's kill this one then.
Do you know anything about the key in her back?
It's just part of her. It's how she is able to show her emotion and mood. If for some reason you decide to try to have a civil conversation with her, it's the best way to judge how it's going.
You asked.
Does she have any other enemies?
Valor's Call.
What is Valor's Call?
For the stream, I think this is the 11th or 12th session, and this is Valor's Call was mentioned the third one. I think this is the first time anybody's asked this. Back in this Feywild.
We're not the smartest group, okay?
They started playing very conservatively after the first session. Will looks at you and goes, "How do you not know what Valor's Call is? It's what's left of everything you left behind." You were the heroes. You were the protectors of all of this realm. When the paladins fell and when you disappeared, there was only really a resistance force. Most part, dead. But after we saw the beacon when the Citadel was renewed, I can only assume that some of them returned.
Think we should go and try to recruit them?
Well, we got that paper after Logan was grabbed that said Valor's Call.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think maybe they've all gone to the Citadel?
I mean, when you say all, I think there's maybe only 4 left alive.
That's still 4 more.
I know that the leader, never can remember his name though. He stayed in the realm, but he sent at least 2 of the remainder off to try and recruit more help after you disappeared. So at most I would say there's 2 left in Prismere.
Is there any way I can hear them?
But you can hear which ones.
I can't hear anybody talk but you. And like I can hear like occasionally like Dave or Emily, but like in a group, like I can't hear them talking if they talk.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Yeah, I've just got to push this button. Sometimes we're talking to each other.
Okay.
It's a learning process with the best situation we have. Just yell at me and I will relay information.
Well, it's not that, like, just like if they're talking to each other about like what to do, or like if they're asking other questions, I just can't hear it.
So I was asking if telepathic bond was farther or not, but it's 30 feet only.
Okay.
So what I was going to say to that is your telepathic bond is different.
How do you mean?
So you were the heroes of the entire realm. You were the most powerful heroes of the realm. When you returned to Hither, it was safe to assume that it was still only a 30 feet. But you have regained a considerable amount of memories and reforged considerable chunks of your lives. So you're not going to know just how far your power is able to push that link until you try.
Okay, through my telepathic bond, I want to go log in.
You're a little bit of a busy signal for a second.
I'm here.
I'm on hold.
Hello.
So Charlotte, keep notes of this.
Okay.
Because I guess I'm going to have to be logging for a second.
Okay.
You hear a ring clatter and bounce off the ground, and there's plate mail going everywhere and swords clashing in the background. It was, holy shit, this thing works this far?
Jesus Christ, where are you?
I'm in the Citadel.
Don't say that like we knew where you were.
Oh no, I'm not really sure how I got here either, but I'm here.
Who are you there with?
Some people calling themselves Valor's Call, and they think, oh, well, yeah, no, I remember who they are, but you all probably don't, so.
Well, we're talking to a bunch of kids right now, so we were wondering if we could talk to you and figure out where you were. So we're talking about Scabatha, and sorry, prestidigitation is upset. Valor's Call is one of her weaknesses. Is there any way that you guys could come here and help us?
Well, what I have with me right now is a bunch of recruits. So, probably not a great idea for these people to come. They just happen to have one sorcerer who was able to open up a door and yanked me through.
So how many people do you have there with you, besides the recruits?
Oh no, it's just me and the recruits.
Where's the sorcerer?
He's one of the recruits. That's like his one-off.
So are you in training with them right now, or you're training them right now?
We can call it training.
Okay, have fun, bye!
And as you're hanging up the ring, you just hear, wait, click. And instantly there's just a message floating through the air. And it has taken the form of a little red envelope. And it's just a message spell. It opens up in front of you, Mira. And apparently the sorcerer's got one other one-off, and it's to send messages, and he can do it like this. So, I hate you right now for leaving me with these kids.
I say to myself, well, to be fair, we're with a group of kids, so.
Rewrite on fly. And right as the message vanishes,
Magic
another
Snapchat.
portal. Magic Snapchat, yeah, there we go. Another portal opens and envelops Pazuzu and Hilde Garde once more, and they have vanished.
Guys always just popping in and popping out.
And there's a lot of side stories going on.
Roxania, they're leaving us with a bunch of children.
I know, right? Like cursed children and shit.
So we're down to nature and apparently not trustworthy
I know, right?
and hyper PTSD.
Sounds like my normal group of friends.
Boy, we did transition this into real life. Speaking of real life, we are going to take a very short pause.
Okay.
Prestidigitation. It is time for him to sleep, I believe. back into.
I say Brent is home, but he's riding the struggle bus real hard.
He should.
He played in a disc golf tournament down in Stewart, which is like an hour drive. So he played 2 rounds. So he's been gone since like 7 this morning.
I'll tell him to crack a beer and he can just sit back and y'all can play on one computer.
Dude, he's gonna go get in the shower. I'm ordering pizza right now, and then he was like, "I'm gonna take some medicine," and I'm like, "Dude, you're gonna be in bed by like 8." He was like, "That's fine." Oh.
That's how you're starting to get old.
I wanted to go to bed early last night. I'm pretty sure I finally fell asleep like at 3:30 or so. Yeah, that's the ADHD. Because my brain goes crazy.
Yep. You won't tell your story to Summer and one other person? Yes.
There you go.
Oh, I know what story this is.
Oh God. Uh-oh. No. That sucks. No more melatonin for you. That's fair. No. And I'm not even drunk. This sucks. Some like low-key drugs too, though. Was it some good sleep though? Uh, that's fair, yep. And now it's archived. Yo, shit happens. Pee happens. I'm sorry. I don't think that counts. You do not do that. When you're sick at all, it's probably not a good idea.
I was just letting you tell your story.
It's like, I'm letting you talk, baby. Which I'm sure they did, and I'm sorry. Yeah. Thank you, dear.
You're welcome.
No, you didn't buy me food.
Okay.
Aw, thanks. Thanks, dear.
You're welcome.
Ooh. What was the last thing? Nice. Sounds like a good time. Hell yeah.
Okay, bye.
He couldn't even hear you, so that worked out really well. It was not about you, babe. The whole world is not about you. Some of my world's about you.
Text Brent Grindstaff.
What do you want to say?
Don't worry, you can go back and watch the whole video.
I'm sorry, what?
Listeners,
All I heard was something about gay, and I was like, did you just call me gay? He was giving me Gatorade.
No.
That I also asked for. So.
Mal has now gone into full depression since Preston has left.
Aww. That's awesome. Oh my god, that's so cute. Yeah. Cerberus got 2 of those today. Dude, the storms were really bad earlier. We were under like a tornado warning and stuff. They were saying like they were seeing like rotation and flying debris, like seek shelter, and I was like, oh great. So we have one little tiny closet that has no exterior walls, and that's the only room in the house like that. So moved some charcoal out of it and made sure Cerberus and I could fit in it. We did. He did not like that at all. Yeah, and I'd already given him a couple treats at that point. I was like, dude, I'm sorry. But he was like trying to nip at me because I was trying to force him into this closet. I was like, I know, I'm sorry.
And that's why I'm getting my go bag ready for callouts.
Dude, it's nasty down here. Like it's been thunderstorms. I mean, I would say definitely since El Nino started, it was pretty apparent, like immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Brent's mom keeps having like all this tree stuff come down in her yard.
And that's where the awkward silence comes in. It's on menopause. I'm sure you can just call all of those feminine health concerns. And we lost Charlotte. you back? I don't know if we're back or if we're not back.
Hey, I'm back. I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
What did he do to you?
No. No. Apparently his computer dies really fast.
So his has no battery and yours has 0 audio input.
I mean, I guess in all fairness, he probably does keep his computer plugged in at all times.
Probably true.
And yeah, I have no idea what the hell's going on with the audio on that computer. But then again, I also don't use my computer except for school, so.
And D&D.
And D&D now. Yeah, that's literally it. Like, I don't ever do anything on there, so.
So you all tell me what you want to do. Yep.
What dog?
The
Oh yeah, I see it.
the thing that's obviously a cat.
You know, I had to zoom in a lot to see the cat. It looked like a wolf.
I mean, what do you want to know about the cat?
Hello, kitty cat.
Okay, didn't ask any other questions, so up you go.
Why is there a cat?
Okay, you're making.
Oh God.
Okay. So I guess that means I have to cast it for you, doesn't it? You see this displacer kitten. Yeah, displacer beast kitten. Looks up at you and just goes, "Star." I don't even know what kind of check to call that. We're persuasion. We're just going persuasion. Still not working when you click on it?
Nicole definitely had a cat named Star. So, what are we supposed to be doing, just the two of us now? I mean, besides petting the cat. Unless you want to just hang out in Acid Forest and pet the cat.
See Star look up at you and go, "Woman, I am a sentient being. I do not want your scritches."
Unhand me.
Thank you. So I will go back over some information that I think was lost.
Okay.
Since you're in the treehouse now, in one of the corners, you see a rusty rusty oil can that looks out of place. I think that got sort of looked over because of the unicorn costume.
Yeah, I agree.
If I can find it. So you cast detect magic on this oil can, and with a very loud, squeaky eye opening, it looks at you and goes, "What was that for?"
Hello.
Squirt.
Right? Squirt. I guess we should see how squirt can help us.
I'm an oil can. I walked here.
Yeah, where's his legs? Where'd you come from?
Well, I live here. I just stay with Will now. Thither. With your detect magic, you can see that there is an animate construct spell on the oil can.
Who put the spell on him? Or who put the spell on you?
Oh, I don't know. I was an oil can, and then I was an alive oil can. But oh yeah, I remember Will and everybody from the workshop. When I say I walked, he walked, but I was moving with him, so ipso facto, I walked up here with him from Loom Lurch.
Why did Will bring you from Loomlurch?
He just, I guess, freed me when he freed everybody else. See, Will just sort of leans over at this point. Like, he's not really bright, but he does know the path to yawn. I mean, he's an oil can. Not great at conversation.
Would you like to come with us, Squirt?
If you can help me find some more oil. I lived life a little too much to the excess, and as my name implies, I'm empty now.
Do you know where there's any oil?
You can probably get some from the boggles in the workshop.
How far away is this workshop?
Oh, I just know how to get to Yon. I'm not really sure about how to get to Loom Lurch. Like I said, Will carried me up here, so. But once we get to Loom Lurch, I can tell you how to get to Yon.
Will you come with us if we give you some oil once we get there?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. If you're gonna help me fill back up, yeah, I'll show you how to get to Yon.
Okay. Do you want to take him with us? Telepathic. I guess that'd probably be nice. It is his, right? I mean, that's true. He shouldn't really own it. It should have its own say. It already agreed to come with us. I say we take it. Sure, why not? It knows a path that we need. We'll take it with us.
So, which one of you is pocketing Squirt?
I guess I will. It's okay. You need to be able to scratch use the kitties.
Roxana, you snag him up, put him in your pocket. And Will's like, thank God.
Oh no.
Nice guy. Bad conversationalist.
All right. Any other words of advice on the squirt here, Will?
Have fun.
All right.
Okay. I honestly don't believe that you would be able to. Oh, well, we still had to make the plan, remember? Do y'all want to do that now, or do you want to wing it, or how you want to do this? Because I mean, I literally just watched two of your people just disappear.
Right. It's cool.
I guess you can stay here. The treehouse is full, so
Make camp out here. I mean, it's true. I definitely, before we like go and fight anybody, obviously we need to all be together. But do you want to get closer to her so that the others can meet us there?
well, the workshop's in the town of Loomlarch, and it's still a couple of days away from here. You see, Will grabs a stick and just starts trying to draw a diagram for you.
Well, can he not just show us the way?
Can, but I'm
Like,
trying
if
to
he
make
comes.
plans too.
I did not.
You see, he draws a really pretty picture of.
That's so nice. Okay. Well, I mean, there's still the Wayward Pool where Lamorna lives. So, and I think we need to go there. But that's past Loomlurch. And we all need to go to Loomlurch, right?
See, Will looks like, yeah, on a map it's past Loomlurch, but it's the Feywild, so nothing's really in a straight line.
All right. You want to go to the Wayward Pool? Let's go see what Lamorna can tell us. I mean, we need to grab the unicorn costume, though.
It's like, oh, do you want to borrow the costume?
Do you mind, Will?
I mean, I guess y'all can borrow it.
Thank you.
If you want.
Are both of us gonna have to fit into the same costume to go together? Is it a magic unicorn costume?
So, I want you to think about how bad the costume is.
We can just
And
sew
how
some more
only
onto
one-
it.
Well, how only one part of it really looks like a unicorn.
All right.
And
Put
and
a
it's
piece of wood on my forehead. Shelby, you sure you want this?
I had my Adderall. Let's do this shit.
Go get some melatonin and a Xanax, Emily. We're gonna get wild. All right. So,
It's like, oh no, we're staying here. We're going to finish finalizing our plan. We'll let you know what the plan is if you're going to go to the pool.
all right. Brimble's coming with us, right?
Brimble's going with you.
Brimble and Squirt. What can go wrong?
Oh boy, this is about to get interesting.
So bad. I totally got this, man.
I'm going to go ahead and delete all these characters off the board that were supposed to be here.
Mine's also 11. How am I so
Yeah.
dumb and I'm so good at healing? I have a 17 wisdom, so I'm pretty wise. I'm just not smart. All right.
Oofta. So after a long day's walk, you arrive at the edge of the Wayward Pool. We're going to say we're still on the far shore. You've not made it to the bank yet. Tell me what your disguises are.
Well, well, you have the unicorn costume, so you're gonna wear that. Right? Because the unicorn costume fools the magic boundary at the pool.
It's at the pool. The workshop is in Loomlurch. Why would the unicorn have a workshop? Do you think the unicorn has a competing sweatshop? The person that
Alright.
literally has disguised self.
You have disguise self?
Give yourself a horn.
Dig on your forehead. So I'll put on the unicorn costume. Okay. I think that's probably good enough. Will told us that, you know, we didn't have to get too crazy.
Okay. Roxana,
Covered
what have
in
you got going on
sequins and
here?
glitter and yes, queen. So I'm gonna put on this dingy patchwork quilt unicorn costume. And I'm gonna grab a stick off the forest floor and make myself a horn. I'm pretty sure,
So-
unless Squirt wants to see.
Let me get this mental image here. We've got basically an upright furry dressed as a unicorn.
Yep. Sequins
And
and
then
glitter.
we've got what looks like a disheveled, lame in the rear legs unicorn with a stick for a horn.
Dude, me too.
100%. 100% eyes googly eyes.
We're going to Candy Mountain, Charlie.
Because I find joy in it.
I mean, about to pull out some rusty spoons here in a second. Brimble could be my legs, or, you know, he can make his own unicorn costume.
You see Brimble is just watching this and just shaking his head. And this door pops up from the ether. He just opens the door, walks through, closes it, and you hear a door open on the beach of the island.
Do we walk through that same door?
Nah, he's already closed that shit.
Bramble, can you hear us?
You just hear him off in the distance playing his pipes.
Damn you, Bramble. Okay. Are we swimming out to that island? Like, what are we doing?
So as you approach, you see the mist drifts over the surface of the lake, and what would have repelled you had you not disguised yourselves allows you to walk on the surface of the water. And the forested crags line the shore on the other side of the lake on the island, and mossy rocks protrude from the shallows. And near the center of the island, up on this hill, there's a rocky inlet that leads all the way up to an unlit brazier. So you are on the bank of the island, with Brimble now just propped on a rock, still playing his pipes.
Okay.
Brimble just looks up. I just really got tired of waiting. Brimble's going to make a roll. Brimble, they look fantastic.
Thank you.
And you 100% believe him. There is an unlit brazier on top of the hill. See a lot of beach and mossy stones and trees. Are you looking for anything in particular, or?
Lamorna.
You do not see Lamorna.
I agree.
Well, that finally worked.
Hey.
Rimble's dimension door kicked in a little bit harder. Well, so you make your way up to the top of the little knoll, and you are at the unlit brazier.
Save me one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, just you're standing right next to it, so you can look at it and you can see that there are druidic runes that neither of you are able to read. Does comprehend languages work for written language?
Hell yeah.
Oh, okay, so that's a spell. You were burning through some spell slots. You also understand any written languages that you see? So I'm going to assume you get right up on this brazier then. You look at it, and basically what the translation comes down to is light for unicorn.
Hell yeah. I don't know.
So because of your past, I'm going to say you're able to light a fire fairly easily. So you light the fire,
Ooh.
and instantly the lighting changes. And Lamorna, or the unicorn, you're not sure if it's her, but you assume, becomes visible down on the beach.
Let's go to her. I mean, at least a curtsy, right? In my patchwork quilted unicorn costume. I guess I bow. You're pretty fabulous, so I don't know what you should do.
Thank you. I'm also going to now.
You see she turns around and acknowledges all of you. She does a little bow back and goes. She doesn't physically speak to you. It's telepathic. Yes, I am Lamorna. And that is a pretty shoddy costume. Maybe not an embarrassment, but...
Hey, I did the best with what I had to work with, okay?
Hey. She sort of raises her horn. No judgment.
So how come you're the last unicorn?
My partner was taken from me.
By who?
Eladon.
Who took Eladon?
The Coven is really all that I know for sure. Yeah, the Hourglass Coven, the Coven, the Coven that has claimed control of Prismere. She just sort of looks back over her shoulder at you and goes, "You've already taken one down." See, she looks back over her shoulder at you again. Unicorns are pretty pernicious. It's Skabatha, but but I can give you some information if you would like that might be able to help you.
Absolutely.
When you may remember if you've regained enough of these memories, but when Zabilna ruled Prismere, no one could enter her palace without an invitation. It's unlikely that the Hourglass Coven is capable of enforcing similar restrictions on the palace, especially since you've already removed one of the hags. But there is a library on the second floor of the palace that contains all of Zabilna's most treasured tomes. And there's a dragon-like creature called a Jabberwock that lives in the palace and now frequently prowls through the forest. It's tried several times to reach my wayward pool, but thankfully I've been able to keep it at bay with the protective magic. You would be wise to try to do the same and avoid the Jabberwock. For once it sets its eyes on its prey, it rarely gives up the hunt. It's probably realized that you have returned and that it still has a job to finish. See, the Jabberwock was once Zabilna's pet, but it was tortured and turned by the Coven. Gandolin. Gandolin. Moongrave.
What's the name of the third witch?
Endel and Moongrave.
Do you know where she is?
She would be in Yon. She is outside of this splinter realm.
Okay. Don't worry, Squirt. We have a use for you yet.
Gee, boy, I'm glad I can be of help. I still really would like to get some oil, though. I mean, if y'all ever find some of that, it'd be really nice if we could, top me back off and maybe get me not so rusty and, yeah.
I know, Squirt. I know. Hey, Lamorna, you have any oil?
Unfortunately, no.
Gotta sit tight, Squirt.
See Squirt just sort of like harumphs, like nestles back down in your pocket.
It's very much Beauty and the Beast in my head. Give me one eye.
He's a fully animated construct, so he would have like two real eyes and then one googly eye just sitting on him.
And I know it's like way bigger than his actual eyes.
Yeah. This thing takes up like almost all of his body. I think that I would know if my mate was dead. If you see him or find any news of him, help him or let me know his fate. You see, she becomes very confused. The only way that could possibly happen would be for a unicorn's horn to be separated from its body unwillingly. Vanity to destroy such, may I say, a perfect creature.
Does a unicorn's horn have any special abilities?
It does. They're part of us. They're very powerful magic. I don't believe so, no.
Could you tell if it was Eladon's horn?
I don't believe so, no.
Why would somebody want a horn? Like are they able to use the magic?
They could, yes, but what were the circumstances around which you found it? It sounds very much like the horn was not what they wanted. You see, she looks again, and it's like, no, but they're two separated things now. It has become its own thing. It is a wooden thing now that is still very magical. It is no longer part of the unicorn. And I need to know who has passive perception over 17.
So, hold on. My character sheet was on my other computer.
Oh, it's only Brimble. I've got it.
Okay.
So as you're having this conversation, another appears to be unsavory character leaps from the bushes and I'm going to need initiative rolls. Do I need to send you one?
Yes,
Sure.
please.
Do. Roll initiative. There we go. You have not. And all of you but Brimble are surprised. So our bad guy is going to go first. And fortunately, Roxania is the closest thing to him.
Awesome.
So he jumps out from the bushes and throws a garrote around you.
Oh no.
But evidently, he stumbled on a root and missed with the garrote. So because he has multi-attack and surprise, he's just going to drop the garrote and take his dagger out. And he will hit. Holy sweet Mary. For
Shit.
15 damage. And that is our bad guy's turn.
Cool.
And next up is Mira. Okay. So you skitter on up to him. And you swing with your hammer. That one did not work correctly, so we're going to do that one more time. And you hit him.
Hell yeah.
You hit him for 11 damage.
Nice.
So there's your action. You do have Divine Smite. Yep, you are. You do have enough levels of Paladin that you have Divine Smite.
Smite thee.
Yes, you do. It may not be on D&D Beyond, but trust me, I've spent enough time reading about the Paladins. No. After you hit, is hit with another 10 of radiant damage. Is there anything else you would like to do? Okay. Up next is Brimble. who's going to look at Roxania, who's going next. He's going to throw a bardic inspiration your way.
Thanks. Good looking out already.
Brimble just looks over and goes, "Hey, I know how this goes."
Okay.
Except somehow he missed on his first try and gave it to the bad guy, but he corrects his error. He goes, "You want me to sort of fix up some of those wounds you got from that stab?"
That'd be great, buddy.
I'm gonna cure wounds on you. You are healed for 10.
That's much better,
I
Brimble.
think-
Appreciate it.
Get you real close to being back up to max.
Sweet.
Brimble's just going to sort of like, I'm going to go up this hill a little bit, and y'all got this.
Sure, buddy.
And that takes us down to you.
Okay. So, really, I don't have my character sheet pulled up, but I can.
If you double click on your token,
What do you mean token? The person?
yeah.
You said double click?
Yep.
But it's under login.
It should still pull up yours because both of you have access to each other's characters. Does it not pull up Roxania?
No.
Oh, well, we found another issue. What do you think you'd like to do?
I mean, I can use my spectral weapon thing.
Okay.
And obviously attack. How do you say it? Zarak? Zarak?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'd like to do that.
Let's see. Let me find. I have a whole lot of things on my screen. Spiritual weapon.
There we go. Spiritual weapon. And then, like, how do I roll for that?
Let's see if I can get things to work correctly. It can just attack. I have it open as well.
You what?
So if you would, I have it open as well if you would like it to attack.
Yes, please. The fuck?
And it misses horribly.
Boo!
It just whiffs around.
Out of control, cat of 9.
Anything else you would like to do?
I should be able to do it a second time, I believe, right?
You do have attack twice, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Yeah, you can't attack twice. So we'll wind up one more time.
That's better.
And that's a hit. So we'll roll our damage. It hits for 5.
Better than nothing.
um,
All right, I'm done.
and Zarek's already looking pretty messed up, though. So we are now to Lamorna. You see her looking over. She's very much not wanting to get involved in this. So she will cast Shimmering Shield on herself.
No, Lamorna, we need you.
She's like, I'm right here. But she did just raise her own AC by 2. And then she's going to stay right here on the edge of the beach. And that puts us back up to Zarek. He, bleeding and battered, looks and goes, I didn't want to fight you all. I just wanted the unicorn.
Right.
Hey, look, can we make a deal? I'll stop. Let's just make a deal.
What kind of deal?
Money, something, information.
Information about what?
I mean, what do you all not remember? I'm assuming you don't remember me. I'll take that as a you don't remember me. I'm Zarek. I'm a member of the League of Malevolence. Well, we didn't choose the League of Happy and Joy for a reason. I was going to just say we're mercenaries, but I mean, we are rather malevolent as well.
You're mercenaries.
Yeah, we're the mercenaries that were hired by the Witchlight Coven, the Hourglass Coven.
When were you hired by them?
Man, you guys really don't remember anything. We were the mercenaries they hired when the war started. Mercenaries honor their bond. See, she just nods her horn up and down. It's like, you got it right that time. sees Eric just sort of looks and is like, she's a witch. I'm just a mercenary. I don't know how to beat a witch. Like, you remember there's a league of us, right? A league is more than a person.
Right.
No, this was my thing to get the unicorn. Lady, you literally just hit me in the head with a giant hammer, and so did this one. Ask some questions. my head's ringing.
So are you
Focused
still
questions.
working for the coven?
Not really. Once everything was done, they tossed us aside.
What did you do for them?
We led the military forces and helped take the palace.
Did you hurt us?
At that point in time, we didn't even try to fight you. We just helped subvert you.
So what'd you do with Sibylla when you took the palace?
We helped the hags gain access to Igvil's cauldron.
Who are the hags?
Of the coven.
Okay. To whose cauldron?
Igvilv. Iggwilv.
Okay.
That's the artifact they used to freeze the palace and freeze Zybilna in time. And it's how they were able to dispel you from the realm.
Do they still have the cauldron?
And I believe the cauldron's still in the Palace of Heart's Desire.
So, can we use the cauldron to reverse what they did?
You could. It's very powerful, and I don't know enough about magic to be able to tell you how to change it. That was the magic users in the league that really pushed on that front.
Okay.
She's the last one that I know of. I don't even know who that is. I just know that, well, the league needs a unicorn horn. Our leader is a sorcerer named Kellic, and he wants to take custody of a magic staff that belonged to his most hated rival. It was a wizard named Ringelrun, who is among those frozen in Zybilna's palace. And apparently the unicorn's horn is needed to free Ringelrun from the temporal stasis. And that's the only way to actually take the staff from Ringelrun.
Does it have to be Lamorna's horn? Because we know about this wooden horn.
As long as it's a unicorn's horn, I think that would be enough.
Well, maybe we can have them work with us or for us instead. But they were there. So I feel like he might be able to help us.
So Ringelrun was a sorcerer in the palace. That was one of Zabelna's sorcerers in the palace.
So he's
And he
trapped
was
there.
he's trapped in the temporal stasis. He was the arch enemy of the leader of the League of Malevolence.
Okay.
Malevolence.
Yeah, I don't think we need to give him anything. But we know that it can free him. So we could free him with the unicorn horn.
Just to give you a little push, you know that the unicorn horn with the cauldron can end the temporal stasis.
Yeah. I mean, I figured we'd have to put it in the cauldron. So. Alright.
Why would I ask you for money? I asked you for money to stop doing this. Why would I ask you for money to stop doing this if I had that kind of money on me? No, for me to stop trying to hunt the unicorn.
Yeah, so he wants the unicorn horn. We're trying to protect the unicorn. We gotta kill him. Or make him help us. But they're mercenaries, which means they are available for hire.
Are you trying to fight against the hags? Then we can't be on your side.
I think we need to kill him.
Because someone a lot more powerful than you had us help them in the first place. There's
Who's more powerful
three
than
more.
us?
You see, as soon as he tries to open his mouth to tell you, it just clamps back shut. I will say at this point you only know about 2 of the League.
We only know about 2 of the League.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Kellic and him. So who else is in the League with you?
Mouth pops back open. This I can talk about. And says, there's Zargash. He's a human priest of Orcus. He really wants to be the leader and has been trying to challenge Kellic for leadership since day one, but Zargash won't do anything about it as long as Kellic is protected by Warduke. And that's a whole other mercenary who has this really pretty sword.
What kind of sword?
And then there...
What's it look like?
At this point, I want both of you to make a roll. And it's going to be perception.
Are you kidding me? Do I still have bardic
Boy, that was-
inspiration? It's been more than 10 minutes.
It's been more than 10 minutes. Well, no, we're going to say you did. You rolled a 1 on that.
What?
We're going to say you still. What was your roll on that?
It was 7. I just didn't. I didn't hit the bardic inspiration yet.
Okay, yeah, hit it.
Oh, it already went away.
Okay, I'll roll it.
Okay.
It's enough.
Yay.
You look up on the hill, and Brimble is casting a whole lot of magic at Zarek right now just to make him talk. There are charm persons and vicious mockeries and all kinds of things going off just to really make him afraid for his life. You see these horrible images just like emanating from Brimble down to Zarek as he's casting fear. And Brimble's just up there smiling to himself.
Brimble's my boy.
You just get like this brief opening of the telepathic link from his end, and you hear all the magic that's going off. He's like, this is actually sort of fun.
No, you're a little twisted, Brimble.
In the background, you just hear horrible laughter.
I mean, I don't really either.
And you see him like looking at the two of you, and he goes, "There's a fifth. There's a fifth. I've got more."
Who's the fifth?
It's a human warlock named Scala. She gets her magic from an archfey. She's named the Baba Yaga.
Oh, yeah? A human warlock.
She's a warlock. Yeah, the Baba Yaga's her patron. And Skyla can answer all your questions about Igvil's Cauldron.
Where's your lair?
Boy, I really wish this wasn't the case, but Skyla's gone missing, and none of us know where to find her.
Where was the last place you saw her?
In the throne room. When we froze everything.
She just vanished?
And then she just left. But she knows everything about Igvil's Cauldron. She can tell you everything about it.
You have no idea where she might have gone?
Well, I know she's not in the palace. And I'm assuming since you already knocked off the first of the hags, she's not there. And I'm here, so I don't think she's here. So she's probably somewhere in Yon.
Okay. What do you mean? It's true. It's not a bad idea. Yeah. Well,
If only you knew about a cursed pile of gold, since that's all he wants.
tell us about this cursed pile of gold.
You have already seen the cursed pile of gold. I say to you as the DM. How much are we talking here? Point me in the direction, and this deal's done. I've heard of Nib. Okay. Like, done. And he just vanishes in a cloud of mist.
At least not for now. Maybe. Alright, you can drop your shield now.
Celamorna drops her shield. She just starts to walk back over to you. It's like, yeah, I'm good. Really glad that he's gone, though. Oh, okay. Well, that was rather clever of you. Tell me, was it as if there was a narrator in your head that reminded you of it? Close enough. So after protecting her, she tells you that you can always come to the Wayward Pool and have a safe haven.
Thank you.
Well, you're welcome. Apparently, instead of running into things, this is the new thing. Here we.
I'll say one quick question, Lamorna. Do you know anything else about what he was telling us about the cauldron and the League of Maleficence?
You see, she's like, I never really knew much about the League because I just lived here with Eladon, but the cauldron is a very old magical artifact. And if it's true that that was what they used, and that explains how easily they took the realm by force.
Okay.
And it explains why they would separate a unicorn from its horn. And back to Mira. You are making a persuasion check. See, she just looks at you and goes, the cool points just vanished.
All right. Are you done petting? Are you done brushing her? Oh, okay. Are you done being sad that you
Trying to
couldn't
brush her. She's, get away from me.
And that's our cue to exit.
See, as she gets even closer with the brush, she just vanishes in another cloud of mist.
Nice.
1 point back from the distance.
They just don't love her back the same way. Well, like, you have us, man. You have us. Even though it's just me right now, everybody else is separated. You still have us. You can pet this patchwork quilt unicorn costume if you want.
So as she says that and Roxania looks away, you just see Mira just sort of like reach her hand out real low and just start trying to like pet it.
You don't want the answer to that. Um, I mean, you want to just head to Loomlurch and everybody can meet us in Loomlurch?
I'd say you have a feeling that Will find a way to contact you if he wants to.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. Likewise. We can take a quick little rest as long as Lamorna's cool with us chilling on our beach for a minute.
You hear from the other side of the island, just stop trying to brush me.
May I leave my patchwork uniform or like costume here as well?
Throw that raggedy thing in the brazier.
Done. Yep.
So a short rest.
Yep.
Yeah. I may have that automated correctly.
Everybody's sleeping. I mean, right?
Yeah, y'all and your freaky elf things.
Just doing it together. Just elfing out, you know?
Meanwhile, Brimble's still just sitting up there. Just like, God, these people.
Yep.
Two watches you two
Weirdo.
just sit in like lotus position on the beach with your eyes rolled back in your head, swaying back and forth.
Sounds nice.
All right, y'all tell me what you want to do.
Yep.
Let me find. So after your 4-hour trance and probably about a day's march, whole friggin' time.
It's a machine.
Um, and tree. And you arrive at a bridge that leads you into Loom Lurch.
Appreciates it.
Solid day he played those things.
Sweatshop.
You see a gigantic tree that has fallen down onto its side, and that is what the city or the town itself has been carved out of.
I mean, you want to like look under the bridge and make sure there's nobody hiding under there waiting to attack us. Yeah.
You can. That was just, I've got to scroll in and find you. And hope that there's something else that's happening. And with a gout of flame in success, you hear, "My lady!" Oh, shit. You too, my lady. Shit. I forgot he could shape change. So, crap shape changes into a crow. How far from you can he get? So that's just his movement. And you can communicate within 100 feet. and you can see through their eyes. As long as they're within 100 feet, you can communicate telepathically, see through their eyes, and hear through their ears. Okay. So, what you wanting crap to do? Okay. So he flies over towards the bridge, flies around underneath, looks around. Let's see. And he's even at the midspan of the bridge, he's still within telepathic range of you. So you can still see through his eyes and hear what he hears at this range. So you can go ahead. 100 feet. Let's see. 100 feet will put him well on the other side of the bridge. This? He can. You're going to lose telepathic communication with him, though. Yeah. Like right here? From there, you can see the Goblin Market. And since he flew right past it, you saw with the bridge that it is very rickety and will make quite a bit of noise without trying to be stealthy.
I mean, I can walk on water. If you have another way to get across it.
There's a teeny tiny little stream running through the very thick mud.
I mean, do you want to just cross the bridge as quietly as we can?
How far is 30 feet from the beginning of the bridge before actually getting on it?
It is. Let me see. Let me do some measuring here. Measure distance. It is 70 feet. Yes. Call it 65.
I mean, do you want to just walk across the bridge? I mean, I'm pretty sure I have the ability to like hide even when there's not really much to hide with. Don't know exactly what that's called, but
Let me look. You have Mask of the Wild. You can attempt to hide even when you are only lightly obscured.
no, so no.
Foliage, heavy rain, falling snow, mist, and other natural phenomena.
Okay. Got any other ideas, Mira?
I mean, you're in the Feywild. They're part of the Unseelie Court, and they're traders, and it's part of what they do is just have markets.
I mean, does your crap, can they see another way?
Um, do you want crap to fly around? No, I mean, all he can hear is just a bunch of goblins selling candy and stuff.
Yeah, really think we should just walk across. I feel like they're gonna see us anyway. I can't hear you.
Emily's headset died.
Gotcha.
So in reply to the, do you just want to walk across it? It was, hell, let's just do it.
Okay. I was like, or we
So
can
we
like
even
stop
try-
here. I mean, I don't know how you want to go about it. Should we keep going? Or should we wait for them? Or like, do you need us to keep going?
Oh no, we could have stopped 45 minutes ago. I've just been making
Okay.
stuff up as we went.
Alright. Well
Let's
then, I
wait.
say we stop here.
Yeah, let's wait for the smarter people.
I think we've done a great job, just the two of us. 3 of us.
4. Don't leave scored out. 5 with crap.
5. Crap.
All right. So we're going to stop here then.
Mhm.
Are you just going to leave crap sitting up over there?
No,
Should probably, like,
I'm gonna
recall
have
him.
Crap come back.
Like, I'm from hell. I don't know what a crow sounds like.
That sounds close enough, Crap. You did a great job. Thank you.
Yeah, okay, my lady.
Could you have us kind of like behind that bush so we're not just in the middle of the bridge type
Right.
area?
Do you want to like nestle up in the bush?
Sure.
Sure.
Okay.
Camping out under the bush.
We'll say you're nestled up in the bush then.
Yeah.
It's always a
warm,
good place to be.
cozy. Yeah. Up in a bush.
Okay. Well, that was, let's see, 3.5 hours of story that I pretty much made up on the fly.
Look at you go.
Woo! Okay, Summer, if you're still watching, we're going to change the scenes now. So you can see the credits.